Hey, hi, hello, my name is Andy, sometimes Mouse, and I talk about books and book-related things, and today I'm giving you a tour of my notebooks. So these are the 3 notebooks that I use every single day, the planners, whatever, and how I use them. Hope you enjoy! I start my weekly setup with my hobonichi techno cousin avec, which is the 6-month version of the techno cousin. I like it because it is both monthly, daily, and weekly pages. I go ahead and find this week and move my page marker so that it's easier to find throughout the rest of the week. I use a lot of markers for a lot of things when it comes to these planners. Then, using mild liners, I mark out meetings and events that I know I have going on. As you can see, I definitely have some stuff that was marked out already last week. The pink at the bottom just kind of separates the day out so that I can plan my reading and my crochet, and the writing to the left is also crochet that I've planned out, specifically the book blanket. Also, as you can see as I sort of sort through the week, I have a pretty consistent schedule when it comes to meetings, or at least I have 2 meetings that happened almost every day, so that's really easy to remember and mark out, so I'm going to go ahead and do that here. I do still use a digital calendar for things like doctor's appointments and birthdays. I end up writing them in my weekly and monthly calendars just for sanity's sake, but the digital works because I take my phone with me everywhere, and I'm not taking 3 notebooks with me everywhere, so you'll see me referencing that here for what time my doctor's appointment was, as well as there being a birthday this weekend. Helps me remember that as well, so happy early birthday, late birthday, whenever this video comes out, to Ozzy. The reading I had planned last week was incorrect. I kind of got ahead of myself and I need to correct it, which is what I'm doing here. And so I'm gonna go ahead and scribble them out and then plan more reading. I also keep a list of October day books handy, like the books and the short stories, because there are so many. I keep it handy so that I can reference it when I'm doing my reading planning, because I did have 2 short stories that I needed to read this week before I could move on to the next October day book. If you ever wondered how I plan my reading, this is it. I write it down, however many pages I want to get through before the next day, etc., where I need to be, whatever. This is how I do it. I don't just keep it in my head. That would be terrible. This is also how I plan out my crochet. I just write it down, draw a little box, and then I get to check off a to-do list, which makes my brain happy. Then I go ahead and set up my daily pages. This is for work tasks, any brain dumping, sometimes video scripting, reading sessions, and then just general tasks for the day. Sometimes I will go ahead and fill out the next day if I know there's some tasks I want to carry over. The daily page is definitely one of my favorite parts of the Hobonichi cousin avec. I use it a lot. Then I switch to the Hobonichi weeks. This is for my weekly tasks and where I do kind of daily journaling if I remember to. My memory is pretty terrible, and so doing a really small journal session in those small sections to the left helps a lot. It's really just simple weekly tasks that I set up here, just carrying things over that I've already talked about, like my crochet that I want to do or edits, etc. I just put them here as a secondary place to track, especially because this is smaller. And then I separate it into categories here. This is also where I track my daily ratings, so I can kind of see an average of like what days are really good and what days are really bad. Again, bad memory, so it helps a lot. And then I go ahead and section this off so that I have a place to put my books read and my remaining TBR list. This is how I keep track of books that I have left to read that I had planned, and then also how I keep track of the books that I've already read this week. Again, bad memory, and it's helpful, so that's why I do it. As a side note, I'm left-handed, so filming any of this is really tricky, and so I'm really sorry that my hand just covers things up. That's just one of the fun parts about being left-handed, I guess. Okay, then I move on to probably the most chaotic thing in all three of my notebooks, and that's going to be my Field Notes notebook. I use it for something called commonplacing. Basically, I put any quotes I come across, articles, interesting things. At one point, I had a Twitter thread on M&Ms in one of my Field Notes. I just put in all of these different things and can reference them later. I'll even put like paper receipts or things from restaurants and glue them into the Field Notes, so it serves as both a commonplacing journal and then also kind of a crow journal. Any artwork that I put in, I try to reference. Sometimes I put memes, lists of songs. It really is just like a free-for-all in this notebook, and I like it a lot. It's the most consistent I've ever been. This is actually the third Field Notes that I've done so far, and I'm halfway through it, so that's cool. I also use these dots as a key and a visual tracker, so if I'm flipping through my Field Notes book, I can find articles, like say I'm specifically looking for something that I know is an article, I'll look for that blue dot and it will help me find that information. But otherwise I predominantly use it for quotes, so this is a lot of me filling out quotes. I try to only fill this out like once or twice a day, which means that throughout the day I kind of gather quotes and things that I want to put in my Field Notes, and then I fill it out either at the end of the day or the beginning of the next day. And it keeps my phone from being cluttered with screenshots and lists and whatever. It puts it all in one place and I can reference it later. Setting up a new page in the Field Notes is just setting up the margin so that I have somewhere to write the date and like the title of the book if I'm referencing the book, or title of the article, whatever. And it's also where I can put those little dots. And then I go ahead and separate all of the quotes so that they are visually easier to navigate. If you didn't know, I have aphantasia, and it sometimes makes, I don't know, looking at things visually a little bit difficult. I need very clear outlines. And then I have an index note card because that's easier than having an index page, and I just put the relevant pages for books in there. And that's it. Those are my 3 notebooks. I know that you guys wanted to see it for whatever reason, and I hope that this video kind of explained the mini notebook process that you see in my vlogs and that kind of thing. It works for me. It's been working for me for about a couple of months now, and I'm obviously having a lot of fun doing it. I love my field notes especially. If you enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments down below, and don't forget to like and subscribe and share. If you didn't enjoy this video, also let me know how I can make it better, I guess, or if you have questions, let me know. I will do my best to help. I hope you have a great day, a great rest of your day. I post videos every Tuesdays and Thursdays at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Don't forget to drink your water and take your meds and do something today to take care of yourselves. Okay, thanks, bye.